Meanwhile, it might be hard to fly or get your flight out on time without weather conditions, so I'll transition brilliantly to this. American airports getting a Maha makeover. Secretary Sean Duffy, RFK Jr., making airports more family-friendly with a $1 billion initiative, eyeing upgrades such as mini gyms, micro workouts, and along with that, play areas for kids, and healthier foods for you. Joining us now, Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy and the physician helping him roll out the plan, nutritionist specialist Dr. Paul Saladino, was doing pull-ups yesterday as well. First off, Mr. Secretary, great to see both you guys. Why do you think this is important to make airports more family-friendly?
Well, we want the flying experience to be great, Brian. And so what we've done, job number one, is building a brand new air traffic control system, making sure it's more efficient, safer. President Trump and I are working on that. By the way, just a quick note, Brian. We hired a project manager. In 5 minutes, Donald Trump saved us $200 million on that contract. He's remarkable. But as people travel through our skies, we want to have the most enjoyable experience for them. And we know that we have families and nursing mothers. Someone might want to come through and do a couple pull-ups. We're open to any ideas that airports have to make the experience better as Americans travel. And again, job number one is less delays, less cancellations. I'm working on that. But we can walk and chew gum at the same time, also looking at airports in addition to safe skies and efficient skies.
So, Paul, you know that RFK is like, you can't, he says he spends 300 days a year in airports, and you can't eat, it's almost impossible to eat healthy. So that's one thing, give people healthy options. Number two, micro workouts, right?
Micro workouts are incredible. You know that airports are probably one of the most sedentary places that we are as Americans. Unfortunately, you're sitting there for an hour or two waiting for your flight. Maybe there's delay. You're sitting on a flight for 2 or 3 hours. You're in an Uber to and from the airport. So it's very challenging. It's very challenging to actually get enough movement. And we know that being sedentary as humans quickly causes vascular dysfunction in our veins and causes inflammation. And the amazing thing here is that even small amounts of exercise, a little walking, a few pull-ups, a few push-ups, even air squats, things that anyone can do, can interrupt the process of inflammation that quickly occurs when we're sedentary. So I love this idea. I'm really, really excited to be a part of this project. I want to commend Secretary Duffy and Secretary Kennedy for this initiative. You think the goal here is not for people to get sweaty in airports. Nobody wants to be sitting next to somebody smelly on an airplane. But
no sweating, Brian.
But, even micro workouts are valuable for humans, mini gyms. We just want to put in simple equipment that everyone can use that can encourage people in airports to get a little bit of movement, 5 minutes of movement here and there, and to create an atmosphere that's really friendly toward people working out. This is a healthy country we're trying to build. Healthy Americans are happy Americans. These are kind Americans. They're gracious Americans. It's going to make the entire travel experience better.
So Brian, can you think about this? I see so many kids in the airport, and they have an iPhone or an iPad, and their parents have them scrolling through it. If you can get your child into a play area, have fun, burn some energy. I don't know about you, but as a parent traveling with kids, I want them to fall asleep on the plane, right? So if I can burn a little energy as opposed to having them watch movies or play games on an iPad, it's a way better experience for the parents, but also it's better for the kids. And so we're open to all ideas. Airports might come back to us. Someone might reach out to the airport and say, hey, I got a better idea on how we could use some of this money to make the experience better, which is, by the way, President Trump cares about making everything better in America. And this is just one sliver of it. We're open to all kinds of ideas that can fit into this amount of money, this pot of money that could make our airports more efficient and better for the traveling public.
And Mr. Secretary, I think it's also, especially, you're a father of 9, nursing pods. You get stuck, you find out you're delayed 2 hours, and that's something the mom's got to see more of, right?
So I've heard more moms, even from the White House to people who reached out to me. I don't nurse. Males don't nurse, I don't think, Brian. But moms have said they want a nursing pod that's clean, that works, that they can be private, right? If they are pumping or they're with their baby, they don't want to be out in public. And so to curate a space for them and make sure we're trying to build families, support families, and especially those who want to nurse, it's positive. And again, I've heard more complaints about broken, dirty pods for women to nurse. And part of the money, Brian, the airports have to clean them. A nursing mom deserves a clean space to nurse. And so if they take this money from us, they also have to commit to making sure they're clean for mothers who are in there with their babies.
And that's the whole thing, Dr. Saladino, because, you go to the airports. We just got 2 rebuilt in New York, and they'll do in Newark next, I think. But if you go around, some of these airports seem barely functioning. So is there going to be follow-up to make sure some of your programs for these workouts are put in the right way?
Well, we'll see. I'm hoping to collaborate with the Department of Transportation and Secretary Duffy to help with the implementation of these gyms. We've got some preliminary plans for how we might build the gyms. I want to help the airports. I think about the airports that I travel through the most: LAX, Miami,
right.
IAH, Houston, Reagan, Dulles. Let's start with some of these airports. And I'd love to get in there and help them build mini gyms that people can use. And then I want to see them just full of people so that people can enjoy this and appreciate it.
Hey, Brian, on that point, we are going to have the greatest airport ever. President Trump is going to rebuild Dulles Airport. It's one of the worst airports in the country. We're going to rebuild it. He's a builder. He's already working on the design. It's going to be fantastic. The Congress is going to give us the money, and it's going to be probably the best airport we have in the country.
So air traffic control is getting better. The classes are filling up. The flights are running on time. Now we're going to be dressing up and micro-working out, but not get sweaty so you repel the middle seat person, because nobody wants to sit in the middle seat. Thanks, guys.
We've already transitioned 30% of the copper to fiber. We're crushing this thing, doing it fast for the American people with President Trump.
All right, good job, guys, and great job on the pull-ups yesterday.
Hey, it's Will Kane. Click here to subscribe to the Fox News channel on YouTube. It's the best way to get our latest interviews and highlights. And click to subscribe to the Will Kane podcast for full episodes right now.